Have you ever taken the time to really look at something? The contrast between the red and blue of southern rock and northern sky. Maybe the scratches on a stone that time has somehow transformed into priceless art. A look can be fleeting, providing little more than a brief glance on the surface, to a deep moment of reflection, almost a communion with an object of beauty. Hurricane, Utah is a place most people would glance at and move on, seeing little of renown or notoriety of any kind. Stopping to take a good look, however, particularly if it involves an ATV, you'll find more than enough to satisfy an adventurous spirit. The local off-highway trails are one of the main attractions here along the Arizona border and bring riders regularly from Nevada, California, and Idaho to experience what southern Utah has to offer. Today, a group of businessmen, some local, others from communities further away, are taking a looky-loo at one trail in particular.
We are just on what we call the Looky-Loo Trail for the Jamboree, and we're doing a little Sponsor Appreciation Day.
We're at the historical Fort Pierce, right next to Fort Pierce Wash. This fort was built as an outpost to protect the water here. This is one of the only places that there's water year-round in the whole area around here.
Looky-Loo is a 65-mile loop on the south end of Hurricane that slowly heads back in time. At 150 years ago, it reaches historic military forts. At 1,000 years, it touches Native American rock art left baking in the sun. At a few 100 million years, it's the dinosaurs that leave an impression. To find all of these features, you just need to know where to look. For men like J.V.R. Campbell and Dale Grange, knowing where to look isn't a problem. Both spend a good portion of the year planning and executing the Tri-State OHV Jamboree here in Hurricane, which takes riders along Looky-Loo and over a dozen other local routes. The event, held in March for the past 6 years, brings hundreds of quad riders from across the country to see what makes Hurricane worthy of more than just a quick look from off-roaders.
Everybody that's come has really had a good time and they've really enjoyed the time here. It's a unique time of year to be here because you're coming down here in mid-March when most other places are snowed in and the weather's really pretty nice down here.
We have at least 15 trails now that we're running. We're hoping to have another 3 by the time the Jamboree comes, approved by the BLM. We teach trail etiquette, we teach conservation, we teach respect for the land.
It's just a tremendous way to get people from out of the area to discover southern Utah and see things that you will not see if you don't have a four-wheeler.
For Hurricane, the Jamboree is one of the biggest events of the year. So much so that local businesses and hotels have adapted to meet the needs of off-highway visitors. The local Holiday Inn Express has gone even further.
Our hotel is one of the only hotels in the world that has a bike, motorcycle, or four-wheeler garage. We have 14 garages in our facility, and that allows the guests to have their four-wheelers, instead of being on the trailer or out in the parking lot, they're actually locked up. It's only here. It's nowhere else.
The 2009 Tri-State OHV Jamboree will be held March 11th to the 14th in Hurricane, with registration ending February 21st. Taking the time to look closely, you'll find Hurricane, Utah worthy of a lasting gaze and attention to even the simplest of details. The Jamboree is the perfect introduction for those wanting to explore up close the wildness of the area. It doesn't matter what time of year you come, though, so long as you take more than a mere moment to look around.
ATVs are a wonderful way to get out and see the country. They're comfortable, they're fun. You can travel these unimproved trails and roads and be pretty comfortable about it. They're also open, so you can see and enjoy the cliffs and the things that are here for you to see.
It makes you smile all over to be able to see some of the beautiful things that you get to see in the wildlife.
We realize that the economy's hard this year. We realize that people are struggling, but for what we charge, you'll get well worth your money. You may not be able to afford a cruise, but come down, spend some time with us in March, and you will go home having enjoyed the trip down here.
From Hurricane, Utah, I'm Stephen Heumann for AYL.